Freeman.
Hello.
My name is Deanna Harris. You've made an appointment to see me today at this law firm. And just a couple of preliminary things. First of all, is it okay if I take some notes about our meeting?
Yes.
So that I can remember what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, I'm not sure if you're aware of the policy called client solicitor confidentiality. It's the rule governing lawyers saying that all of the information that you give to me is strictly confidential and I can't divulge it to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't talk with your case about, or I don't talk about your case with my boyfriend, my father, my dog. It stays with me. You can waive it, so you can talk about your case, but I can't. And that extends to my staff as well. I'm governed by the rules of professional conduct and the Law Society, which means that I can be disciplined if I break the confidentiality rule. And I could in fact lose my license to practice if you were to complain. My staff could lose their jobs because it's in their contract that they have to hold all of that information strictly confidential. Do you have any questions about that?
That makes sense.
Okay. So it's okay if I take notes and you understand confidentiality?
Oh, yeah. Yes, of course.
So, Mr. Freeman, I understand a little bit about why you're here. My secretary took some brief notes, and I understand that this is about some money that you feel is owed to you by someone else. So
That's right.
can you just start telling me your story, please?
Okay, well, it deals with my fiance. She passed away. Her name's Tanya.
Her last name?
Turner.
Okay.
And she passed away in June of year.
Okay. So what about your relationship with Tanya has given rise to you feeling that you're owed money somehow?
Well, pretty much we were going to get married. I had the ring bought and everything. We started doing renovations on the house we were going to live at, but there was a little bit of a hiccup because the house that she was previously married.
Mm-hmm.
So the house that she was living at, her previous spouse, he also owned some form of, I don't know, he owned the house with her. And so I guess they owned it together. That created a little bit of problems because when she passed away, he now owns the house.
Yeah.
So I've put money into renovations for the house, and I've given her he also has the wedding ring, the engagement ring that I gave Tanya, and I spent a lot of money for that ring. So.
About how much?
About $10,000.
And when did you buy that ring?
I bought it in year -1.
Okay. Do you remember about what time of year you bought the ring? What month you bought the ring for Tanya?
Yeah, it was in December of year -1.
Okay. Where is Tanya's estate?
It's in Dorchester, nearby London. Just sort of on the outskirts.
Okay. And how did you and Tanya meet?
We met online in August of year -1. Just surfing through the internet dating sites, and I found her, and we hit it off. We just started talking. We had a mutual hatred for the Detroit Tigers and the Green Bay Packers. And from there, that just worked for us. And we also really like cars, and I don't know, there was a connection, I guess.
Okay. So how did you, seeing as she was in Dorchester, how did you make these plans for where you were going to live, and how did you transfer the money to her?
Oh, okay. Well, I was living out in Brandon, Manitoba at the time, because I was working for Sampson Engineering, and so obviously we were talking online. I visited her. I can't remember exactly when, but I visited her in Dorchester one time, and that's when I proposed, and that's when we discussed. Now, I should probably mention this too. We both really like cars, right? And so I saw when I got there that she had a Mustang in the driveway, and we had discussed previously that we were gonna She wanted to get into the car refurbishing business. Long story short, I gave her $25,000 to sort of jumpstart that business. So, and I don't know what's really come of that, but I sort of invested my money. And I know she started it and everything with that Mustang, but it was a nice Mustang. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
What year?
Oh, I don't know. I think it was the 60s Mustang or something.
Okay, so just to kind of clarify a couple of things, you met Tanya Turner online.
That's right.
You developed a relationship online.
Mm-hmm.
You have visited her estate once, and it's in Dorchester, Ontario.
That's right.
You had visited from Brandon, Manitoba.
That's right.
At that time, you proposed and you gave her an engagement ring, which was worth about $10,000.
Yeah, and the ring was like the ring Galadriel wore in Lord of the Rings. It's really, it was a doozy.
It was a beautiful ring.
Oh yeah.
And you also at that time discussed the car refurbishing business.
Mm-hmm.
As
we
well.
had sort of discussed it previously, but yeah, that works.
But that is when you gave her the $25,000 to put towards that?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay. And you also gave her money to renovate the home, if I understand correctly.
That's right, and that came a little bit later, after we started making plans for me to leave Brandon. I was going to leave my job and move to Dorchester. Planned on doing renovations, so I gave her $65,000.
Okay, $65,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that'd be for like the basement and getting new curtains put in, all that sort of stuff.
Okay. And then, so your relationship had regressed to the point where you were considering moving to Dorchester?
we were playing for keeps. We were raring to go. Yeah.
And then she passed.
Yeah, she passed away in June of the year.
In June. And have you ever been to her estate, or have you ever been to Dorchester since that time?
Well, I went to the land registry office to try to find some stuff out about the house because I went to Dorchester and the estate, and the locks had been changed. So I guess her previous husband had taken over or something of that sort and changed the locks, and I wasn't able to access anything. And I went to the land registry office, and yeah, I found out that he was still named as the owner, however that works.
Do you know his name?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Okay, do you know, do you have any information about the property, like an address for it?
The exact address? No, I don't. I just know it's in Dorchester.
Okay, could you find it with the address?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Sorry, I'm not more prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just been a lot going on.
Oh, it's a very sad thing when your future spouse passes away suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
How did Tanya die?
She was hit by lightning.
So obviously it was very sudden.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you don't really see that coming, hey?
Okay. Okay, so with all of this information, I'm getting the sense that you're here because you feel you're owed some money.
Mm-hmm. I put so much money into it, and the house, and I was expecting. I don't even know if the house is going to end up being mine. It's just I put so much money in, including that ring. And well, why should her ex-spouse? Why should he get it all? It's just not fair.
Okay. So you'd like to explore your options about how to get some or all of the money you put in back.
Yeah.
Okay, and just to go over the numbers again. We've got $65,000 for a renovation of the home in Dorchester.
Yeah.
$25,000 for the car refurbishing business.
Mm-hmm.
And then $10,000 for the ring.
That's right.
So with a total of $100,000.
Oh, yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Okay. So, what we're going to do now is I'm going to discuss what I'm going to happen next,
okay.
or sorry, what I'm going to do next,
okay.
if you choose to retain our services.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go through the retainer agreement with you.
Okay.
and then we'll make a plan for when we next meet.
Okay. Yes.
So,
Okay.
if you decide to retain my services, I'm going to have to do a little bit of research into this. I know generally the type of case that you're looking at starting. It's likely going to be a lawsuit against Tanya's ex-husband or Tanya's estate through the executor.
So do you think I might have a legal issue?
I think you might. Again,
okay.
I'd have to do some research,
Okay.
but
Okay.
it sounds to me like the money that you've put into Tanya's estate,
Mm-hmm.
there is possibly an argument that that money, because it was for your future life together,
Yeah.
it can be viewed as being held in trust
Okay.
for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So that means that by legal right, there is an argument that you have a legal right to that money.
Oh, I get it. Okay. I understand. Yeah.
By no way is that a certain argument.
Yeah.
It is something that we would have to argue.
Mm-hmm.
We'd have to negotiate with Tanya's ex-husband and whoever's representing her estate.
Right.
And, but the possibility is there.
Okay.
To give you a better answer, what I'm going to do if you retain us is research the issue and provide you with what's known as an opinion letter, which is an actual letter containing our legal opinion of your matter.
Oh, okay.
So it actually contains the research on how we think things should go in this case and what kind of action you should start, and things like that.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the first step that I'm going to take on
Okay,
your
it doesn't
behalf.
stop there.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it doesn't stop there.
Okay.
But that's just the first step.
Okay.
And then we would discuss together how you want to proceed based on the information from the opinion letter, right?
Yeah.
So I give you the information, we meet and we discuss how to proceed from there.
Okay.
Okay? We
Yeah.
make the decision together. Okay? So the next thing I want to do is find out if you actually want to retain our services.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And it's a legal retainer has two parts to it.
Oh, okay.
There's the contractual part, which is actually the written contract, which contains the terms of our relationship.
Okay.
Okay? And that you sign it if you want to retain us.
Right.
Okay? And it contains the confidentiality clause that I discussed at the beginning of this meeting.
Right.
It contains information about contacting us. It contains kind of the rules of our solicitor-client relationship.
Right, right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And then the second part of that is the cash retainer part.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
So lawyers generally ask for a lump sum up front
Mm-hmm.
as a deposit on their work.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Just like if you were building a house or if you were buying a car,
Right.
you'd have to put down a deposit.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So in this case, I'm going to ask for a $2,500 deposit
Okay.
or a cash retainer.
Okay. And that's before you do any work, right?
That is before I do any work, but it's also a guarantee that I will do the work.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it sounds worth it to me.
Well, it gets you a good legal opinion.
Yeah. I can't
And
do that myself, right? Yeah.
so, and then you also have to understand that as we go further with the case, your cash retainer or the deposit on the work will have to be topped up.
Okay.
So say we decide to go to litigation, okay? We would ask for another lump sum of money to put towards that litigation.
Okay.
So that the cost of going to court.
Right.
Which is pretty time intensive.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
But you also have to understand that initial $2,500 is actually your money until we actually do the work. So we take it, we put it in a separate account.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't go into my personal checking account. It goes into the firm's trust account.
Okay.
And we can't touch that money until we've done the work and billed you.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And if you decide for whatever reason that you don't want to go forward,
Yeah.
then any money left in that trust account
Mhm.
of that lump sum goes back to you.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if you are agreeable to paying the retainer, if you're able to pay the retainer,
Sure.
and if you want to sign the retainer agreement,
Yeah.
then I'd like to have you back in next week
Okay.
when we can go over the preliminary research.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
But I would also like you to start looking for any documents that you have at home.
Yeah. Once again, sorry I didn't bring more in. I think I might have even the receipt from the ring.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So any documentation that you have, like any, the receipt for the ring, banking information that shows that you've actually transferred $25,000 and then $65,000 to Tanya.
Right.
So your banking information.
I get where you're going. Okay.
And then the address of the home in Dorchester.
Yeah.
If you could get that information for me, if you could try and find out the name of Tanya's ex.
Yeah.
And if you have any personal communications between yourself and Tanya
Yeah.
about the status of your relationship, like your plans to get married or anything like that.
Yeah.
Did you keep copies of the emails between the two of you where you were discussing the business?
I'd have to double check. I tend to clear my email databases, but I might have like them still in my trash folder. But you know, there's certain emails that I might have kept. You know, just
for sentimental value.
I guess, yeah.
So.
And I think his last name was Jones or something.
Jones?
Along that line, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just the more I think about it, the more these ideas, memories come back,
Yeah.
or facts.
Yeah. And so those types of documents, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Communications between you and Tanya, banking documents that show that you actually transferred the money,
Yep.
the receipt for the ring,
Okay.
and any information that you know about her ex-husband.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
All right. And so we'll meet next week sometime?
Yep, sure.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
We can meet next Friday.
That works for
At
me.
2
Yeah.
p.m.?
Yeah, I'm not working that day.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, thank you very much for seeing me.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it. Just want this matter to, see if we can do anything with it.
Okay. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.